news stories from the woke, liberal Irish elites that we have in this country. Of course, first and foremost, the weasel, Simon Harris, talks that he doesn't want to take part in Donald Trump's Board of Peace. Taoiseach Micheál Martin appeared to leave the door open to the idea yesterday, while Harris said there were a number of red flags. Taoiseach Micheál Martin in the World Economic Forum saying how we're the most free country in the world. We're one of the most free and open democratic societies the world has ever seen. Completely gaslighting the Irish public. It is insane the shit that these guys get away with. So let's hear the first news story about Simon Harris saying that he can't see any scenario in joining President Trump's Board of Peace, separating us from the United States, where we should be friends with. They're our biggest ally. Why aren't we more friendly with them? For some reason, the Irish government wants to be part of the globalist EU top-down agenda. They don't want anything to do with sovereignty or freedom.
I can't see any scenario in which Ireland can take place in the Board of Peace, a board that President Putin has been invited to. I mean, there's a complete oxymoron, Putin and peace, first thing. Secondly, paying $1 billion, we won't be doing that. And thirdly, the idea that you'd end up setting up some form of a structure that would, I think, essentially compete with the United Nations or something is very hard to understand. I think even I was reading its charter and its governance structure yesterday, the President of the United States would get to pick his successor. Could decide who has to leave the board, who could come on the board. So could you have a situation where somebody would raise a viewpoint and speak up for the values of their country and you'd be kicked off the board?
Absolutely amazing idea by Donald Trump. Hopefully we actually do join this Board of Peace, because having Putin on it is good, guys. We want to have the world in a peaceful time. The UN has proven time and time again that all it does is human traffic and take money from Ireland. Paying $1 billion is nothing to the Irish government. They pay $6 billion a year with human trafficking IPAS members into Ireland. They gave $100 million the last day, $125 million to Ukraine for no reason. Like, we're funding all this craziness. We gave $100 million to NGOs in Africa and the Middle East to fund we didn't even know what, guys. It's absolutely insane. They're hemorrhaging money. And then when finally there's a good idea that comes along and says, let's actually side more on the side of peace and let's try and calm down the world because everyone is so angry, everyone is so inflamed by the nonsense that's happening in the world, then he says, no, we don't want to be part of the US agenda. We want to be part of the UN, EU, globalist agenda. They are globalists. They are psychopaths. I want to destroy this country. They're liberal, neo-Marxist scumbags, and I won't stand for it, guys. Hopefully we can vote this idiot out of power as quick as possible. And we know, proven time and time again, that he hates freedom of speech, guys. Look at this. He's speaking about the AI tool Grok, which is one of the best AIs in the entire world. I use Grok every single day. I don't Google anything anymore. Grok is my #1 go-to search tool on the internet. And of course, Simon Harris is against it. They want to shut down freedom of speech. X is the reason why the entire internet has freedom of speech. It is the reason why I'm able to speak on the internet. It's because of Elon Musk. So praise Elon Musk. He's a great guy. And the left-wing liberal government hate the idea of freedom of speech, guys. They want no freedoms in this country. They want to come to your house in the middle of the night and arrest you for speaking up on the internet.
What we've seen here is dehumanizing, degrading, and disgusting. It has had a real profound impact on many people in this country and indeed across the world. People who've been directly impacted and indeed just the chilling and general disgusting feel that people have sensed from the abuse of technology and from AI. And we do need to act, and we will act. I think the committee hearings, was it yesterday, was a useful and important starting point. I think the recommendations of our AI advisory group are also good. These are the experts in this area too. That's why we convened our meeting this week. It's why the minister is due to report to government, and I will ask that the minister proactively engage with you and indeed all opposition parties, because we need to pull together on this and show that Ireland can lead in innovation, absolutely, but can also lead in protecting our values, protecting children, protecting women, and making sure the technology is never...
No, absolutely not. The only thing Ireland is leading in is draconian hate speech laws and censoring the Irish public. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Simon Harris, because we haven't forgotten. I have a long memory. We haven't forgotten about Harvey and his scoliosis treatment that you said he would only take 4 months. It took him 8 years and then he died on your watch. You have blood on your hands. How many people are on the scoliosis waiting list? How many people are waiting for treatments that they badly need for their kids? But this guy is bringing in a mass invasion of immigrants to stop that. So are Irish citizens who should be prioritized over everybody. If you're an Irish citizen with a passport, with a citizenship, you should be absolutely 100% prioritized over everybody. Not some random idiot that comes here yesterday, rolling out the red carpet for them, putting them up in a 5-star hotel in the City West Hotel, the biggest hotel in Ireland. Instead, we're left to rot and die on the side of the road while we pay taxes to flipping God knows what, to people from Syria. I don't give a shit about people from Syria. I'll be honest, guys. I don't care about people from Liberia, from Somalia. I don't give a shit about these people. They can all go to hell, guys, okay? I care about my Irish citizens, my family, the people close to me. And let me ask you again, how many people are on the scoliosis waiting list? How many people are waiting for treatments? And this guy is over here shouting about how he wants to protect children. It's complete nonsense. There's kids and young people getting sexually assaulted and killed every single day. You know, not only just by the illegal immigrants and the immigrants, but also by our own people, okay? We have crazy crackpots in this country running around the place. There is no crackdown on this. They need to invest heavily in more detectives and more actual crime that's harming the country, violent crime, not censoring the internet. He said there, we're going to lead the country in protecting values and protecting children. How was protecting Harvey? You should have been protecting Harvey. You should have put him top of the waiting list. Instead, he died. It hurts my soul, guys, to even hear about this. How can an Irish citizen not be prioritized over everybody else when he was going to die? This is insanity, guys. I mean, these people are literally the devil, okay? Leo Varadkar, Micheál Martin, Simon Harris, they're the devil, guys. Be under no illusion. They are absolutely the devil reincarnated. Of course, they won't invest in any scoliosis surgery or adding more Irish doctors to Irish hospitals, or even helping the Irish people go first and being prioritized housing for Irish people, doctors for Irish people. No. What do they invest their money in? They invest their money in this, guys. 3.6 million invested in public order body armor. Okay? So the Gardaí are suiting up. They're looking like the Juggernaut out of Call of Duty Warzone. They're looking like Juggernauts walking around the place, big jacked men with body armor, guns now, tasers. I mean, what is this, guys? This is a police state that we're turning into. We're not even turning into the US where they're shooting criminals and they actually go after proper criminals. Okay, Ireland's even worse. We don't even arrest criminals. We just arrest our own people, okay? You would want the Gardaí to be, you know, having lots of funding if they're actually arresting violent criminals that are killing people and arresting. Instead, they're arresting you for posting on Twitter. They're arresting Kirk Loco for posting on Twitter something that he accidentally got wrong. Now it's a crime if you get something wrong, guys, in the government. If you mistaken someone, then you get arrested and you get beaten up like Philip Dwyer. You get the shit kicked out of you by big military juggernauts that we have now running around the Irish Gardaí, the Irish police force, law enforcement. That's what happens to you now. There is no on Garda Síochána. Public, peaceful Garda Síochána, beautiful. You know, that's what I used to hear growing up when I was like, 10 years old. Wow, that's the Guardians of the Peace. Guardians of the Peace. They're the administrators of flipping war and death and destruction. You know, they're administrators of war. Like, I actually saw a study the last day. Somebody said in America, the ICE, the immigration people that are kicking out all the immigrants, they had a death rate of 12 people or something. We actually had a double death rate and it's way less people. So our death rate under police custody is sky high compared to even the US, where they have 350 million people. So it is just absurd, the amount of death and destruction that's happening in our public services here. It's insane stuff, guys. Let me know your thoughts on that. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Just know that none of the funding that you guys give, none of the taxpayer money goes towards helping Irish people. It's going towards foreigners and the Gardaí public body armor unit so they can beat the hell out of you guys if you disagree with them, okay? Better not disagree with any of these draconian laws or authoritarian laws. You'll be the shit kicked out of you and you'll be thrown in jail, in prison. How's that sound, Irish man and woman? The sooner Simon Harris gets kicked out of government and we vote in a new government, hopefully very, very soon, the wave is coming where we are voting in new people now. In the next 2.5 years, it's going to be glorious. The entire Irish people have woken up. We are pushing back now. We are not backing down. And the day these people get voted out of power is going to be glorious. And we will celebrate for a long time. I love you guys all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video.